If you've been watching The Flash this season, you have one question that's been going on through your mind throughout this whole entire season. Who is the man in the iron mask?
Who the fuck is this nigga?
Now, I've been watching The Flash for this season. I think it's been a wonderful season, an amazing season, because one thing about this season that's been so great and that's got me so attached, it was the same thing that had me attached to it in the first season, was it's always had this sense of a great mystery of who is this person. In the first season, it was who is the Reverse Flash. And in this season, it's not who is Zoom, but it's who is this man in the iron mask? And throughout this whole season, we've been coming up with all these different theories, and I've been reading all these different theories. And in this video, I want to discuss all the different possibilities of certain people who it could have been. And I want to talk about now, after last night's episode, coming into this week, going into the season finale coming up. From last night's episode now, it's kind of been stamped who it's going to be, and I want to discuss it with you. I want to run through some of these ideas of people with it. Some people might think it could be Eddie from season 1, because I don't know if you noticed, Eddie, when he died in season 1, he went through the wormhole, and when Eddie died in season 1, he went through the wormhole, and if anybody was really paying attention to it very, very closely, you get one shot of him, and you see that he has Reverse Flash's ring around his neck, and he goes to the portal. And some of you are saying this, well, how can this be true? Because Eddie died, and the Reverse Flash time remnant, and how can Reverse Flash ever still come back in the show? Well, with that being, well, the thing is that Eddie could have died in existence on Earth 1 and gone into Earth 2 and could have been brought back to life or been helped and, you know, brought back to life in a sense, so that way the Reverse Flash can actually live on, and that's how the Reverse Flash could have died in a sense on Earth 1, but the Reverse Flash from Earth 2 could still be alive, and he can travel back into time and go to Earth 1, you know, TV show science. It can't be Eddie because the actor who plays Eddie is on a different show, and you know, TV contracts and all of that, so they just left him TV shows don't like to kill characters off. They like to leave it open for interpretation, so that way they always have the option to bring an actor or actress back in later on in the show series. And then another theory that somebody brought up to me, who it could have been Zoom's dad, because since the helmet was originally Zoom's dad and the outfit was Zoom's dad, that it could be him. And it was like, that was an interesting theory that I think it might be a shocker, because Zoom did say in the video, when Barry straight up asked him, who is Zoom? Zoom said to him, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. Some people thought it could have been a Earth 2 version of Wally West, and no, the Kid Flash, Wally West, you know, the Flash, they thought it could have been him. And I don't think it could be him because, you know, some people saw it was an actor or whatever, but later on you see more and more images of the person in the iron mask. You can see that he is white and is not black, so it's not going to be anybody of the African speedster descent. The unofficial person who is yet to be revealed who the man in the iron mask is, but now that we know who it's going to be, it's going to be Henry Allen, John Wesley Snipes, it's going to be Barry's dad, it's going to be the man in the iron mask. We had a hint to this from the previous episode where Barry's sitting there talking about Zoom with his dad, and he goes, yeah, Jay Garrick and whatever, and Barry's dad just goes, Garrick? That's my mother's maiden name. When I saw that, I was like, you didn't say that for no reason, my nigga. Like, you didn't say that for no reason. You said that for a reason. You're the dude. And here's where I have an issue. Barry's dad being Jay Garrick was, like, where did Zoom get the name Jay Garrick? In one of Harrison Wells' flashback, you get Jay Garrick who comes to fight Zoom, and, you know, that's where they have this big old beef and everything. And it was my interpretation of, wait a minute. The original Jay Garrick is Barry's dad and not Zoom, who playing Jay Garrick. Then why would you need the name Jay Garrick? The whole thing I never understood. Because my thing is that if you never saw The Flash, why do you care what his real name is? So this is where do you see where I'm getting at with the issue? If Harrison Wells only knows Hunter Zolomon pretending to be Jay Garrick, why did he fake the name Jay Garrick? Because then that means Harrison Wells and then the public has never seen the real Jay Garrick's face. And if Jay Garrick is the Flash and on Earth 2 his name is the Flash, why do they need to know his real name? Nobody knew his real name. So why steal the name of somebody nobody ever knew? Giant issue with this, that if it is Barry's dad from Earth 2, that's the man in the iron mask, how can that be? Because in the episodes 12 or 13 where Barry and Cisco go to Earth 2. Barry is on the phone with his dad and his mom saying, oh, hey, we just went to Atlantis. It's popping out here. It's lit. Oh, shit, some nigga named Zoom. No, he didn't say that. He was on the phone speaking live to his dad. So, with that being said, you can't be in the mask and in Atlantis getting lit at the same time. To me, it's a plot hole that leaving to be, like, I don't see how that can be quite explainable. These are just my thoughts on the whole matter. What if you're watching The Flash and you have your own theories about who this man in the Iron Mask can be? Let's speak now before we forever hold our peace before next week's episode comes on. So comment them down below and let me know, what do you guys think of who the man in the Iron Mask is, or if it is him and then they do explain it within the week. Like, how does that make sense to you? Because I'm just having a hard time with this making sense. But yeah, if you like the video and you laughed at any part in this video, don't forget to like the video. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all the Vine, all those different social media accounts are at Evan Combest. And I will see you guys again. If you like these type of videos, maybe I'll do more on my nerdy side, because this is just a good mystery with a lot of good juice and I just needed to know. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm done.